Hello everyone. In today's session, we're going to discuss about solution of system of linear homogeneous equations. Now, first of all, what is meant by linear equations? A linear equation is an equation in which all the unknown quantities are of first degree. For example, consider a system of m linear equations in n unknowns as follows. So there are m linear equation, first equation, second equation, third equation, fourth, etc. mth equation. And here unknowns are x1, x2, etc. xn. There are n unknowns are there. And m linear equations because all the unknowns are of degree 1. So it's a linear equation and each linear equation has n unknowns. And we have considered in total m linear equations. Now let's call this one as equation 1. And remember, your a11 is a coefficient of unknown x1. a12 is a coefficient of x2, etc. a1n is a coefficient of xn, and b1 is a constant term in the first linear equation. See, we had given this one just to show you, if you write this one in a matrix form, your a11 becomes a entry of first row, first column. To indicate that, we have given a11. You can give any name for this. We have given a11. And a12 indicates first row, second column entry, etc. a1n indicates first row, nth column entry. So we can write this system of linear equations, m linear equations in n unknowns, in the matrix form like this. Here, this matrix, which consists of all the coefficients of the unknowns, is known as coefficient matrix, and all the unknowns written as column, and this column is this column matrix is a matrix of unknowns, and these are constant terms. Therefore, this is a constant matrix. It's very easy to get back this equation from this matrix. Multiply first row with first column. a11 into x1 plus a12 into x2, etc. a1n into xn will be equal to b1. You will get the first equation. Similarly, multiply second row with this column matrix and equate that one with this matrix, you will get second one. Like that, you can get all the m equations from this. And remember, there are m rows are there, and how many columns are there? 1, 2, etc. up to n column. So there are m rows and n columns. Therefore, this is a m cross n matrix. M indicates number of linear equations and n indicates number of unknowns. And what about this matrix? So order of this matrix is m cross n. And what about this matrix? It has only one column, but n rows are there. So this is a n cross 1 matrix. And what about this one? This is one column with m rows. So therefore this is m cross 1 matrix. Suppose if we denote this one as some capital A and this one as capital X and this one as capital B, then this takes the form Ax equal to B. Remember, your A, which is a matrix of order m cross n, is a coefficient matrix. And X, which is a n cross 1 matrix, which is called as variable matrix or unknown matrix. And matrix B, which is of order m cross 1, is called the constant matrix. Now, when will we say a system of equations, a system like this, is consistent? We say a system of linear equation is consistent provided it has a solution. Solution means a common x1, x2, etc. up to xn satisfies all the equations. That is called as a solution of the system of equations. So whenever they ask you to find a solution, we need to find a common value for x1, x2, etc. up to xn. When you substitute that value for x1, x2, etc. up to xn in this equation, all the equations satisfies, that is left hand side will be equal to right hand side. That is called as common solution. So if a system of equation, a linear equation, system of linear equations possesses a solution, then that system of equation is called as consistent. Otherwise, it is said to be inconsistent. That means if it has no common solution, then such a system is called as inconsistent system of equation. The next question is the system of linear equations further classified using homogeneous condition. So what is meant by homogeneous system of equation? Similarly, opposite to this, non-homogeneous system of equation will also come into picture. First, let us discuss homogeneous system of equations. What is meant by homogeneous system of equations? See, consider the system and make all the constants as 0. So that means the right hand side is 0. Then such a system is called as homogeneous system of equations. That is, you make all the constants as 0. Then a system of equation, a linear equation of this form is called as homogeneous system of equations. So if you write this one in the matrix form, then remember your A will be coefficient matrix, that will be same, and your variable matrix will also come, only this matrix becomes 0 matrix. So that's why it takes the form Ax equal to 0. And remember, homogeneous system of equation is consistent, is always consistent. That means homogeneous system of equation as a solution. Why? Because if you give x1 as 0, x2 as 0, etc., xn as 0, if all the unknowns are 0, 0 into anything will become 0, 0 into anything will become 0, 0 into anything will become 0. So 0 plus 0 is simply 0. So left hand side equal to right hand side. This will be true for all the equations. Therefore, x1 equal to 0, x2 equal to 0, etc. up to xn equal to 0 is one solution. And that solution is called as zero solution or trivial solution. So every homogeneous system of equation possesses a zero solution. So zero solution is one solution of homogeneous system of equation. Hence, homogeneous system of equation is always consistent. It can never be inconsistent. So the question arises, Does all the homogeneous system of linear equation will have only zero solution? No. For some system of equations, for some system of homogeneous equations, there exists other solutions other than zero. That is, at least one of them is non-zero, or maybe all of them are non-zero. Such a solution is called as non-trivial solution. But remember, every homogeneous system of equation will have at least one solution. That solution is zero solution, and some may have other than zero solution also. So in our discussion, our aim is to find other than zero solution, because zero will always be a solution for this. Next, solution of homogeneous system of equation. We knew from the above discussion that zero is one solution. Then how to verify whether the given system of homogeneous equation has zero solution or any other non-trivial solutions? So whenever they give a homogeneous system of equation, first you write down the coefficient matrix and find the rank of the matrix A. We know what is meant by rank. The number of non-zero rows of the echelon form of matrix A. So let's call that one as row of A, and assume that R is the rank of A. Now we know that because this system of equation has m equations, our rank cannot be more than m, and also because the number of unknowns are n, the rank cannot be more than n. Thus we have either a rank of A, that is R, is equal to n, or R is less than n. Now suppose if R equal to n, that is rank is same as number of unknowns, then the system has n minus R linearly independent solutions. But your R is same as n, therefore n minus n, that is equal to 0, linearly independent solution. That means this system has no linearly independent solution. Therefore, zero solution is the only solution. So whenever you find the rank, see the rank. If the rank is same as number of unknowns, then straight away you can write that the given homogeneous system of equation has only zero solution. Suppose if rank is less than n, then the system has n minus R linearly independent solution. That means those solutions are independent of each other. Independent of each other. And how many independent solutions? N minus R linearly independent solution. And using these n minus R linearly independent solution, you can make many combinations. And in fact, you can make infinitely many combinations, and all of them will be solutions of our given system of equations. So you should note that if rank is same as number of unknown, then the system has only zero solution. If rank is less than n, then the system has non-trivial solution. How many non-trivial? You can find n minus R linearly independent solutions. And furthermore, if suppose m is less than n, that is the number of linear equations is less than number of unknowns, then clearly we know that R is less than or equal to m. And since m is less than n, we have R is less than n. Therefore, in this case also, it will have infinitely many non-trivial solutions. So you should note, you have to find, if you want to find the solution of a homogeneous system of equation, you have to find the rank of a matrix. Based on the rank of a matrix and number of unknowns, you'll get either zero solution or non-trivial solution depending on r equal to n or r is less than n. So what is the procedure for finding the solution of homogeneous system of equation? First, express the given system of equations into equivalent matrix form. Then find the rank of the coefficient matrix. If the rank of the coefficient matrix is same as number of unknowns, then straight away you can declare that the system has only zero solution. If rank is less than number of unknowns, then the system has n minus rank of a non-trivial linearly independent solutions. And sometimes they will ask you find the solutions also. Then you can find the solution by writing the equivalent form of the system of equation by using the echelon form of the matrix, and by solving the echelon form of the matrix associated with unknown matrix, you can easily find the solution. So you need to remember that for finding the solution, first you need to express the given system of equation into equivalent matrix, then find the rank of coefficient matrix. Then based on the rank of the coefficient matrix, you will have two choices. Either it will be equal to number of unknowns or less than number of unknowns. If it is equal to number of unknowns, then it has only zero solution. If it is less than number of unknowns, then it has non-trivial solution. Let's see some examples. First one is solve the system of equations. X plus 2y minus 3z equal to 0. 3x minus y plus z equal to 0. 5x plus 3y plus 2z equal to 0. So this is a system of linear homogeneous equations because all the coefficients are 0. Even if one of them is non-zero, then it is a non-homogeneous system of equation. Now let us express this one in the matrix form. Coefficient of x 1, coefficient of y 2, coefficient of z minus 3 you have to take along with sign. Coefficient of x 3, coefficient of y nothing is here means minus 1, and coefficient of z is also 1. 5, 3, 2 multiplied by number of unknowns x, y, z written in the column, and constants. What are the constants? 0. Now let us call this one as matrix A and find the rank of the matrix. Okay, let us find the rank of A. First we need to bring this one into echelon form. Echelon form says leading entry in all the rows must be 1, and below that 1 you should have only zeros. So this is the first non-zero entry in this row, and already it is 1, so I don't have to make any changes. Now below this one I have to make these two as 0. As we have studied earlier, if you want to make these two as 0, you need to use the first row itself. So here first row, first column entry is 1, but here I am having 3. How to make this one as 0? Yes, multiply this row 1 by 3, so that you will get 3r1 minus subtract that one with r2. So 3 into 1, 3 minus corresponding r2 entry is 3. So 3 minus 3 becomes 0. So this becomes 0. Now similarly, if you want to make 5 as 0, multiply first row by 5. That gives you 5 into 1 is 5 minus subtract with r3 and store it in r3. So whenever you have to make these two as 0, you will use row 1 only. Now apply that. First row remains same. Second row, 3 into r1, 3 into 1 minus r2, 3 minus 3 is 0. 3 into r1, 3 2s are 6 minus of minus 1 plus 1. So 6 plus 1, 7. 3 into minus 3, minus 9 minus 1. That gives you minus 10. Now let's go for third row. 5 into R1. 5 into 1 is 5 minus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 into 2. 5 into R1. 5 into 2. 10 minus R3. 3. 10 minus 3, which is 7. 5 into minus 3. Right? Minus 15. Minus 2. Minus 15 minus 2 is minus 17. So we have made the leading non-zero entry in the first row as 1, and below that 1 we are having only zeros. Now this is over. Now here afterwards you should not consider row 1. Now let's move on to row 2. In the row 2, this is our leading non-zero entry, and we have to make this one as 0. This one as 1. How? We can straight away divide this from 7, row 2 by 7, so that this gives you 1. But here you will get a fraction, minus 10 by 7. So that's why we'll divide this row 2 by 7 later, and here we'll make this one as 1. But below this one, we should have only 0. So let's make this one as 0. Here 7 is there. How are you going to make this one as 0? We have to subtract from 7. So for that you should not use row 1 here afterwards. We have to use only row 2. If you use row 2, this will always remain 0. This will not change. If you use row 1 here, then this 0 will become non-zero. Now, but here 7 minus 7 gives you 0. So I'll change row 3 by row 2 minus row 3. First row remains same, second row remains same. Third row is changing by row 2 minus row 3. 0 minus 0, 0. 7 minus 7, 0. Minus 10, minus of minus 17. So that is plus 17. So minus 10 plus 17 gives you 7. Now we have made this entry as 0. Now, as I said earlier, now we'll divide this second row by 7 or multiply by 1 by 7. So that this becomes 1. And in the third row, this is the leading entry, and we have to make this one as 1. Straight away divide from this number or multiply by 1 by 7. So these two gives you this. Now this is the row reduced echelon form of the matrix A. That means these two are equivalent. Either you can use this or this. Rank will not change. Now, what is the rank of the given matrix? Since there are 3 non-zero rows are there. Non-zero rows means at least one of the entry in that row is non-zero. So there are 3 non-zero rows are there. Therefore, the rank of the matrix A is 3. But number of unknowns is also 3. That means rank of the matrix is same as number of unknowns. Hence, straight away we can conclude that 0 solution is the only solution for the given system of equation. That means x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0 will be the only solution for the given system of equation. In this way, you can solve or you can find the solution of a homogeneous linear system of equations. Now let's move on to another example. Show that the system of equations x plus 2y plus 3z equal to 0, 3x plus 6y plus 9z equal to 0 as non-trivial solution. Let us write the given system of equations in the matrix form. There are only 2 equations are there. So coefficient of x 1, 2, 3. x, y, z, coefficient of x, y, z. First equation, coefficient of x, y, z. When you are writing the coefficient, remember if something is missing, if the coefficient of some unknown is missing, you have to write that one as 0. But here, all the three unknowns are having coefficients, so we have written that. Multiplied by number of unknowns x, y, z equal to 0, 0. Now let us find the rank of this matrix. So let us call this one as matrix A. And already the leading entry in the first row is 1. Only thing we have to make below this 1 as 0. How? By using row 1 only. Here 3 is there. So I'll multiply this by 3. So 3 into R1 gives you 3. 3 minus 3 gives you 0. So let's change row 2 by 3 into R1 minus R2. Now let us see what happens. So first row is written as it is, 1, 2, 3. Now the second row is changing by 3 into R1, 3 into 1 minus 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. 3 into 2, 6 minus corresponding entry of R2 is 6. 6 minus 6 will give you 0. Then 3 into 3, 9 minus corresponding entry is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. So only this much we have to do. So this is a echelon matrix of matrix A. Now how many non-zero rows are there? Only one non-zero row is there. So rank of the given matrix is 1. But how many unknowns were there? 3 unknowns, x, y, z. Therefore rank is less than number of unknowns. Hence the given system of equation has n minus row of A, that is n is 3 number of unknowns minus row of A, rank is 1, 3 minus 1 equal to 2 linearly independent solution. Remember, these are linearly independent solution, but the system has infinitely many non-trivial solutions, and those infinitely many non-trivial solutions can be obtained by the combination of these two linearly independent solutions. How? I'll show you. Now write the equivalent form of this matrix system. How? We know that this matrix is equivalent to this. That's why we have put a tilde here. So you can write this or this, doesn't matter. So I'll write this matrix instead of this, so that this becomes 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, x, y, z, 0, 0. Multiply them. First row into first column. 1 into x plus 2 into y plus 3 into z equal to 0. If you multiply second row with this, only you will get 0. So this much only we are having. Now here there are 3 unknowns are there and only one equation is there. So we don't have any other option. When you want to find the value of unknowns, say in this case 3 unknowns, if you want to find x value, then you should know y and z value. If you want to find y value, then you should know x, z value. If you want to find z value, then you should know x, y value. That is possible only if there are more than 2 equations are there. But here I am having only one equation, so it's not possible to find the value of 2 unknowns at a time. So that's why let us take y as some k1, some real number k1, and z as some real number k2. If you substitute these two, then your x becomes, if you send these two to this side, minus 2y minus 3z, that gives you minus 2k1 minus 3k2. Now we got x, y, z. So using these values, you can find infinitely many solutions. How? Let me give 2 linearly independent solutions right away. See, I'll keep k1 as it is, any number, right? But k1 is not 0. Other than 0, I'll give for k1, and I'll make k2 as 0. then this becomes x equal to minus 2k1 because this is 0, y equal to k1 and z is 0. That is one linearly independent solution. The other linearly independent solution is, now I'll give k1 as 0 and I'll give k2 any non-zero number. So since k1 is 0, this becomes 0. Your x will be minus 3k2, y equal to 0, z equal to k2. That is another set of linearly independent solution. Using those two only, you have written this one. So x equal to this, y equal to this, z equal to this gives you infinitely many solutions for k1, k2 belonging to real number R. Because R contains infinitely many values, you can give any of them except k1, k2 0 at a time. Even if you give k1, k2 0 at a time, simply x will become 0, y is 0, z is 0. That is trivial solution. So like this, you can get all the values. That will be infinitely many. And that is your solution of given system of equations. Now let us see one more example. I had given a system of equation with 4 unknowns. There are 3 equations are there. I have written the matrix form of this. Now find the rank of this matrix. As usual, we know how to find the rank. Find the rank of the matrix. Your echelon form of the given matrix is this. Since there are 3 non-zero rows are there, rank of the matrix is 3, but number of unknown is 4. Therefore, this system has non-trivial solution. And how many? Infinitely many are there. But how many linearly independent solution? Only one linearly independent solution is there. How to get it? This matrix is equivalent to the given matrix. Therefore, in this matrix, we'll replace that one by the equivalent echelon form. Now multiply them. First row into first column. 1 into x plus 3 into y plus 4 into z plus 7 into w is equal to 0. Now, second row into first column. 0 into x plus 1 into y plus 3 by 2 into z plus 3 into w equal to 0. Next, third row into first column, 0 into x plus 0 into y plus z plus 3w equal to 0. Now here, this equation has 4 unknowns. If you know the value of any three, then only you can find the solution of one of them. Here it contains 3 unknowns. If you know the solution of, or if you know the value of any 2 unknowns, then you can find the value of y or z or w. In this equation, 2 unknowns are there. If you know the value of any one of them, then only you can find the other one. So these are the only possibilities we are having. So that's why in this equation, let us say w equal to some k. W equal to some k. If w is 0, then your z will also be 0. So z and w 0 means y will also be 0. Y, z, w all are 0 means x will also be 0. So you will get 0 solution. That's why let us say w equal to some k. Then your z will be simply, if you send this to this side, minus 3k. Now we got 2 values, z and w. Substitute them here, z and w, you will get y. Send these 2 to this side, that becomes minus 3 by 2 z minus 3w. So minus 3 by 2 into z is minus 3k, and 3 minus 3 into w is k. You will get this much. Now we are having w, z, y. Substitute them in this, you will get x value. So here we got x equal to half k, y equal to 3 by 2k, z equal to minus 3k, w equal to k. And k is any number. Now in all of them, you take out k. So simply you will get half, 3 by 2, minus 3, 1. That is your linearly independent vector multiplied by k. So you can give infinitely many value of r to k So you will get infinitely many non-trivial solutions. So in this fashion, you can find the solution of the system of linear homogeneous equations. Now let us go for next one. Find the value of lambda for which the following system has a non-trivial solution. So already they are given that this system has a non-trivial solution. Using that fact, we have to find the value of lambda. And also we have to obtain the solution. Solution means common value for x, y, z. Okay, let us express the given system into a matrix form. We got this. Now let us call this one as matrix A. Find the rank of the matrix A. Yes, here leading entry should be 1, but we are having 2. So we'll divide this one by 2 and we'll make this one as 1. That we'll do at the end, because you know here you'll get fraction if you divide now itself. Now if you want to make below this as 0, here we are having 3. So I'll multiply this by 2 and this by 3. So 2 3s are 6, 3 2s are 6. 6 minus 6 will give you 0. So I'll multiply first row by 3 minus second row by 2. 2 into 3. That gives you 0. Now here I'm having lambda. So I'll multiply first row by lambda. So that 2 into lambda will be 2 lambda. And I'll multiply this by 2. 2 into lambda will be 2 lambda. 2 lambda minus 2 lambda is 0. That's why I have multiplied the first row by lambda. Lambda into 2 is 2 lambda. Minus third row into 2, 2 lambda. 2 lambda minus 2 lambda gives you 0. So that's how you have to use it. Now similarly, I made R3 using this equation. Now below this we are having 0. I am dividing first row by half. That becomes 1. And R3 is, I've used this one to make this lambda 0. Because minus 5 into lambda will be 5 lambda. Minus lambda into 5 will be 5 lambda. So minus 5 lambda plus 5 lambda becomes 0. That will be easy for me to calculate this. Then as usual, I'll make this one as 0 by subtracting. Then we'll get this much. So this is your equivalent system of equation. Now remember, they are given that the given system of equation has a non-trivial solution. We knew the system of this system has a non-trivial solution provided the rank of the matrix is less than number of unknowns. How many unknowns are there? 3 unknowns are there. Suppose if lambda is equal to minus 11. Sorry, this should be lambda is equal to minus 11, not plus 11, because this is lambda plus 11. So this is lambda is equal to minus 11. So if lambda is equal to minus 11, then minus 11 plus 11 becomes 0. So this becomes 0 row and you will have only 2 rows. Therefore rank of a matrix will be 2, which is less than number of unknowns. Hence it becomes non-trivial. So if you want to say the system has a non-trivial solution, then lambda must be equal to minus 11, not plus 11, because I've used minus here. Sorry, this should have been plus. What happens if lambda is not equal to minus 11? If this is not minus 11, then their sum will not be 0. If this is not 0, then this is also non-zero row. This is also non-zero row. This is also non-zero row. There are 3 non-zero rows are there. Therefore, rank will become 3, which is same as number of unknowns. Therefore, the system has a 0 solution. But they said the system has a non-trivial solution. This is the only possibility. That means lambda cannot be equal to lambda is equal to minus 11. Then this becomes 0. Now, what is the equivalent system? Because you had taken this one as minus 11, minus 11 plus 1 is 11 is 0. So you are left out with this. Multiply that with the unknown matrix and constant. So you will get equivalent system like this. Multiply the row with column. First row with first column 1 into x minus half into y plus 1 into z equal to 0. 0 into x plus y into 1 minus 8 by 5 into z equal to 0. Only this much you are having. Now send this minus 8 by 5 into z equal to 0 to this side. That will give you y equal to 8 by 5 into z. Now let us assume that z is some k. Then your y will be 8 by 5 into z. Now you got y and z, substitute that one here, you will get x value. So this much you are having. Now x equal to this, y equal to this, z equal to this. Among them k is common, you take out, you will get a vector minus 1 by 5, 8 by 5, 1. That is your linearly independent vector multiplied by k, where k takes infinitely many values of r. Even you can give 0 also. So you will get a 0 solution. I'd given some exercise, you work out them, write them as assignment. Thank you.